Hey guys, and welcome to Sounds Like NYC. And I'm here with my friend Akua.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. So let us know who you are, what you do, what you're doing here, why you're wearing that shirt.
Because I need space. That is exactly why I got it.
All that jazz.
No, and I'm about space. I'm always about space. I don't want to go to Mars, but I am about learning about space. Are we alone? I don't think so. I don't know. I just
You're
feel
not alone.
I'm not alone. David is here, but I just I don't know if we're alone. And I love this shirt. It has a double entendre to it. I need space and I need space. So I'm Akua. I'm a comic, stand-up comic. What I'm doing here is hopefully hanging out with David and learning more about David and myself and everything about the world in 30 minutes. And also to promote 2 upcoming shows. I have a show at the New York Comedy Club on March 9th and another one at Broadway Comedy Club at April 6th. Should come out. I would pay for your drinks, but I'm not.
Pay for my drinks?
I'll pay for David's drinks.
I drink.
If you come,
I drink a lot.
no, you're gonna have
What's my limit?
1.
I'm down to count.
1, David. I will pay for that first drink.
Okay. Sounds
You
good.
come, I will pay. You come, you bring 4 other people, I'll pay for their first drinks.
Can I take their first drinks?
If you want to fight them, sure. I don't know how your friends are about alcohol. Your friends would be like, "Did you just take my drink, David? Do we have to have a
I
conversation?"
gave you a good show.
So yeah, if you come, I'll definitely need the first drink on me.
Awesome. I'm holding you to it.
You know, I'm serious.
All right,
I will
then.
pay for it. Just make sure it's under $10. You gotta get that PBR.
But
You gotta get that PBR. Tell me get a martini or the lime extra. Get the PBR. In fact, if you
get a cosmopolitan.
how much is the cosmopolitan?
I don't know. Always one of them though.
If it's under $10.
You get a really, really fruity drink.
All right. Make sure it's under $10.
Because I'm a man and I'm comfortable with my sexuality, and if I want to drink a blue daiquiri, I will. I will.
That's what I'm saying. That's a man who's secure about himself.
Yeah.
That is a secure man, people.
Yeah.
This is a cash.
I try to be.
This man's a
I
cash.
try to be.
Secure man. So you don't want an insecure man.
No.
Insecure men are scared.
Yeah.
I've dealt with some. I won't talk about it. Maybe. I'm lying. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it.
So yeah. So how long have you been in the comedy scene?
A little over a year.
Mm-hmm.
So as we were talking, not a friend,
Acquaintance.
acquaintance. Oh, I don't even know what it's called. I can't say it was an acquaintance.
Yeah.
I was just at my job, and I was cracking jokes with one of the coworkers, and my other coworker said, I said, my next job is going to be a stand-up comic,
Mm-hmm.
and my coworker was like, no, it's not, and I was like, you don't know me well enough
Yeah.
to know what it's going to be. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to become a stand-up comic. And ever since, I've been doing comedy. So
And before that, what were you doing?
I did slam poetry, which I'm happy about
Okay.
because I feel it gives me the structure
Mm.
to do comedy.
You learned timing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I notice not everyone's good with timing in comedy. So with slam poetry, you usually have a limit. It's 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's more depending on where you go.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like when it's competitions like iLips, which is an individual world poetry competition,
Mm-hmm.
they give you 4 minutes at the
Okay.
most. So it ranges. You have to have a 1-minute poem, a 2-minute poem, a 3-minute poem, a 4-minute poem, and then when you get into the finals and semifinals, it goes back to about 3:10, 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped a lot in regards to like training me to make sure I'm on time.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting down any unnecessary.
So fat.
Right.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm not just rattling off
Right. Of course.
and just doing what
Yeah.
I need to do. So
How good were you at that?
I mean, I was all right. I mean, I didn't make millions of dollars. I made dollars.
At least you made something.
Hundreds, not thousands. I felt it was pretty good, and don't know. I left because I felt a little disappointed in it. So I just left. It's funny, I saw someone a few weeks ago that I used to do poetry with, and it was kind of bittersweet.
Oof.
Yeah.
Are they doing good?
Huh?
Are they doing good?
No, they're doing fine. They're doing great. It just reminded me of the time I was in it. It reminded me of, you know, what I thought it was going to be and what it didn't end up being. You know, it felt bittersweet because I really had all these ambitions about poetry that kind of got I don't know if that dash is the right word, but when I saw him, it reminded me of what it could have been, what happened, and how it made me feel.
Gotcha.
And I felt sad about it. You know, it's like when you really hope this worked out, like you're with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you hope it really works out, and then it doesn't, and you're just like, what happened? Was it my fault? Was it his fault? And I feel like a little bit was, not a little bit, actually a lot was my fault. So.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
But I mean, are you happy now doing comedy?
I am very happy now. I think I've learned a lot from slam poetry. I feel as if it's taught me what I needed to have done. You know, like I can't be as naive as I was before. And I don't think I'm going to be. I think if people like you, they like you. And if they don't like you, they don't like you. You don't have to guess work. You don't have to guess that.
Do you think comedians are less idealistic than, like, you know, somebody like a slam poet? Or do you think it's like kind of the same thing just because we're artists through anyways?
I don't know. I don't know enough comedians to answer that question because I think whenever something's business, I don't think you can be idealistic. Right. I think it can help you in your craft, but when you're dealing with business and money, I think it's important to know that sometimes people won't have your back if they feel a certain way about you.
Right.
You know, because it's business. Like when I'm in corporate America, I know it's business. I'm not trying to be everybody's friend. I'm not trying to hang out with everybody. I'm trying to do my job. I'm trying to do it well.
Or you are, just because you know it's going to get you to some places.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But it doesn't mean you have to be everyone's friend. It doesn't mean you have to be X, Y, and Z. Right. So I'm just kind of in this place in corporate America. I understand that. But I think in poetry, I didn't understand that. And I felt like I didn't protect myself well while I was in slam poetry because of it. I had an idea that was not, I feel, correct. And I don't know, I feel like it kind of hurt me because of that.
No, I mean, I think that's an issue a lot of artists have. It's just because, I said this countless times, just like they focus too much on their art. They're not focused on like the overall picture, which is like, listen, you want to make a business out of your art.
Right.
You have to focus on the business part of it too.
Right.
So, I mean, I feel like that's something a lot of people can, you know, relate to.
Right. And I think I made that mistake.
Just thinking that your art would take you because your art is good.
Right. And also assuming people would have my back that didn't have my back. I think I was like, oh, I have this person's back. You know, I thought they really cared about me and everything. And I learned the hard way that
was the case.
That was not the case.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I saw the person, I was reminded of that. It was like I said, bittersweet because I remember having really great times in slam poetry, completely great times. But then I also remember the bad times and thinking, oh yeah, X, Y, Z will tell me or help me, and it didn't happen. And I don't know. It's again bittersweet.
So are you a full-time comic or do you do something else?
Full-time comic. I work as an accounts payable specialist for a company.
It's not very funny.
It's not funny at all. But it pays the bills.
Accounts payable
specialist.
So you're knifing people down saying, give me the money?
No, I'm paying people, like into their bills and invoices.
Oh, that's accounts receivable.
It's accounts receivables. They're the ones who's
Can you tell why I didn't last that long in college? I went to college for accounting.
Really?
Yeah, my parents were really, really happy because it was like, yes, doing good. You have a good job, good stable job. Unless it's a semester. I can handle it.
Yeah, no, I don't ask for money. I just pay the money. Oh, I don't pay it, but we just like issued out the payments, and my manager like helps me do all that stuff.
Do you feel like having a mundane job kind of like, makes your jokes a little bit better? Do you have any good stories to tell from your job?
No, I don't. I try not to tell any stories about my job for fear if someone sees me, I'll get fired for it. Like something just happened this week, and I want to talk about it so bad, but I'm like,
Can you just like change names? You can't just change names?
I feel like no. I don't feel like I can change names. I don't feel like if I change names, it will be okay. I don't feel like I did talk about something that happened. I talked about my raise, but it was very short, and it didn't get a laugh. So I was just like, I'm not gonna talk about it because it must not be funny. But like something else happened at my job, and I was like, I want to talk about it so bad.
Right.
But I'm like, what if someone sees me and they're like, yeah, we saw her on X, Y, and Z, or we heard her, and this is what she said.
Right.
And then, I honestly don't know if we have like confidentiality agreements. I feel like we do. So I'm like trying so hard not to talk about it. I'm hoping like if I do talk about it, it's because I'm no longer an employee. Which I hope is because I chose it, not because they're like, you need to go. That's my hope.
Well, I hope you get fired.
Are you offering to pay my bill statement? No. Okay.
Not with this podcast.
Like, no.
I mean, listen.
Unemployment's there, girl. Go get it.
Let's talk about like we were talking about before, like a bad bit.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, what are you doing?
Is
with
the
that?
air conditioner on? I feel like yay. Okay.
It's good because this room usually gets hot, and that's when we have to wrap things up.
Okay.
Artists aren't too happy with me in this room. But yeah, so with a bad bit, right? Let's say you don't get the reaction you want. Do you go back and you write something else for it, or do you just like throw it away?
No, I try to rewrite it. Like I did the bit on. So this was happening. One thing happened when I did a bit about Clemson University. So when Clemson University won, they went to the White House and Trump served them fast food.
Mm-hmm.
So someone reminded me of this, and I tried to do the bit off the top of my head, and it didn't work. So I actually rewrote the bit, but I thought, oh man, it's been a few weeks. I don't think anyone's going to remember Clemson being at the White House. But then the Patriots won, and usually NFL teams or NBA teams go to the White House for. So I rewrote the bit for the Patriots, and that did a whole lot better. And it worked. So I do repurpose sometimes. And it worked a whole lot better. But then I was like, oh, you could have pushed it further. Because I just talked about, because the Patriots were coming to the White House, like Trump was probably going to supersize their meals, put some extra cheese on the Big Mac, get them the grande burritos from Taco Bell, get them the double Whopper instead of the single Whopper. And I kind of left it at that. But I was like, oh, you know what you should have done? And then for Trump, he would have asked for the crown from Burger King so he can walk around the White House like you're feeling like a king.
Yeah.
And I didn't even go that far, but I thought about it. But I do sometimes repurpose it. Just if, to see if it works better, maybe a different audience, a different area, and go from there.
Gotcha. Well, what's the writing process like for a comedian?
For me, I just read a lot.
Okay.
Like, I have to read a lot because the world is funny. My life is funny, but the world is funnier sometimes. Like, I talked about wanting to go to Russia, and I really did want to go to Russia, but I was worried there not enough Black people for me to go there. And I would be like, that's racist. No, it's not. Because my fear is, I don't know if I should say this, but my fear is I go to Russia and I have my own version of the movie Taken. And like my dad doesn't have like any special particular set of skills to come save me from some human traffickers. So I'm like, I need a few Black folks there, just a few. So it's, I really like politics because it's so funny, but just in general, people are funny, and sometimes people just don't know certain things.
Right.
So I also like to talk about things in a way to like let people know because sometimes they just don't know.
Right.
Like I just came across something called Black Pete. So in the Netherlands, they celebrate Santa Claus.
Okay.
And here in America, we celebrate Santa Claus. But Santa Claus helpers are elves, where in the Netherlands, it's Black Pete. And it does sound bad because, and you're right, it is. You're absolutely right, it is bad.
It's pretty fun.
So, Black Pete, seriously, Black Pete
so bad.
looks like a slave in gesture clothing. Pretty much. That's
so
what
just one Black Pete for all of
for who's Santa Claus helper to help give the
that's
kids.
his only helper?
That's his only helper. And on top of that, he's dressed like a clown, like old school gesture joker clown. And the thing is, when they celebrate Santa Claus in the Netherlands, white people dress up like Black Pete. Full black face, curly hair, red lips. Yes, they go in. So I was like, what is
there any Christmas spirit?
I was just like, what is happening, right?
That's crazy.
It is crazy. So there are black folks in the Netherlands, people. They are there. So they've been so they've been protesting this. They have been protesting Black Pete. I tell them stop, protesting, stop doing Black Pete.
Yeah.
And they're saying, no, we're not going to stop, because it's part of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time they created Black Pete, slave trade was a part of their culture too, but you're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So, I was like, they're going back and forth, but then the neo-Nazis in the Netherlands started saying, no, we should keep Black Pete. And I was like, when the neo-Nazis would jump in, we all know it's racist.
It's probably it's
racist. Let's just go ahead and kill that. So it's one of those.
Just make Santa Claus black.
Well, they can, but I think that would be even worse for the Netherlands. We have a problem with people having black Santa Claus here. So the Netherlands, I don't think they're gonna be too happy with that.
Mm.
I mean,
it's the most depressing Christmas story.
It is. I'm sorry, but they did try to change it. They have somebody called Chimney something. I don't know. So it's just a white guy who looks dirty because he's been in a chimney, and I was like, oh man, this is bad too. It looks super bad. So I was just like, I don't know, but I was shocked about the Black Pete thing. I was super shocked.
Pretty crazy.
That's
pretty crazy. That's pretty bad. Jesus.
I don't know the Dutch were like slave traders back in that day, and the Portuguese and the British and everything, but I just was shocked. I was telling my dad about it. He was like, I've never heard of it. I was like, me neither. What? How? I just was shocked. We just kept going back. We can't believe this. So, yeah. Now, do I think they're racist people? All the people known as racist? No, I don't think that.
Yeah.
But why keep this? Why keep this?
I don't know. Europe's a crazy place.
It is. That's why I kind of want to go places where, like, when I went to France and there were so many black people, I was concerned it wouldn't be enough. But there were a lot of black people there, so I felt safe. Because I went to Spain once and I was mistaken for an illegal immigrant a couple of times. So I've told that story. You might, David. You might, David. Me and my friend worked to Spain with our husbands to work on organic farms, and we were mistaken twice. They thought, like, one guy came up to us and offered us papers to stay in the country, and I was like,
"It's yourself."
Oh, I'm like, well, we came here legally. We came here with the visa and the passport.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but hey, we're giving it to you. Those favors, those visas, those favors. So it's interesting. It's interesting.
Never been. Always wanted to go, but I've never been.
Should go.
Yeah.
You should go. It's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say.
Have you lived here all your life? In New York City?
No, not New York. I was born in the States. I was born in Chicago.
Gotcha.
And then my mom got married and went to California. I went to school in Arizona. And after that, I came here. So.
How long have you been in New York City?
Oh, God, a long time. More than a decade. Been here for a minute. And I live in Jersey now.
Okay.
But it's.
Why are you on my podcast?
Huh?
Why are you on my podcast?
Why am I on a podcast? Because every opportunity matters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Matters. I feel like if you don't try everything, then you're not trying to be good. So, and I feel like whenever I start like a new type of art, I gotta start at the bottom. So I don't get preferential treatment.
Right.
Because I think with slam poetry, I learned a hard lesson. And you need to be able to make sure you can not be hoity-toity about certain things. You gotta climb sometimes. Sometimes I see celebrities, I be like, damn, that's a hard fall. And then they come back, and I be like, phew, I was wrong about you.
Then they fall again, like, I was right.
I was right, my bad.
Yeah.
No, but there's some, they fall, and then, they come back. Like Robert Downey Jr., I never thought his comeback would be the way it was. Like, he had, like, all these issues in the 80s and the 90s, and then Iron Man just, like, lifted him literally in the screen and in his life. And, like, when I look at celebrities' lives from their beginning to where they are now, there's always someone falling, and I feel like there's very few celebrities who steadily go up. Like Mariah Carey Mariah, she's been up and down, but I feel like she's in a better place now, and she's doing a lot better. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel like she's better.
Well, we also got to take into account the day they were filming this might not be a good, time for when it comes out. So. There you go. So how do you feel like? I mean, you don't live here, but I'm assuming you're here often.
Yes.
In the city. So how do you feel like the city has affected not only you as an artist, but like as a person? Do you feel like it's changing you a little bit?
I mean, it is. I think anything will change me, if I'm willing to, do it. I feel like I'm always being changed, simply because the more I learn, the more I change. Like, I'm really weird about holidays now. Like, Valentine's Day just happened, and I just remember thinking, I'm not celebrating Valentine's Day. I just feel like it's a marketing ploy to get people to buy stuff they don't really need. And the more I learn about different cultures, they celebrate things we don't celebrate. There are cultures that don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We celebrate Thanksgiving, and I don't really appreciate Thanksgiving like some people do, because I feel like it's just a reminder that Native Americans got fucked with. They trusted the Pilgrims, and look what that trust led to. And I know people are like, well, it's changed, the meaning of it has changed, but it's based off of that time.
Yeah. I mean, I just like the idea of a day in the year where people just like relax a little bit, take a step back, and then just like actually be grateful for what they have.
Right.
Even though that might not always be the case. I mean, people are just there for the turkey and the Black Friday or whatever. But I mean, it's a good thought to have. It's a good.
Right. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm just everything I learn changes me. I feel the more I understand what's happening, the more or less how I'm treated by people. I feel like I'm learning something new. It's changing my perspective on life. It's changing my perspective on how I handle situations. I mean, perfect example. I don't want to say reprimanded, but at my apartment, they told me I could no longer sing after midnight because I was disturbing the neighbors. I was. So I'm like, fine. It's hard.
Yeah.
I started singing last night. I was like, well, stop. You can't sing. But I'm like, actually, it helped. It helped a lot because what happened was there was something bothering me about something in my room. And then the first day I stopped singing, I found out what the problem was. And I was like, oh, shit, they were right.
Right.
They were right.
Yeah.
So for me, I was very happy with it. I didn't want to do it, but I learned. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Let people sleep, and you could learn something. You just found out what had been bothering you for a couple of months. You just found the answer just by being quiet.
Right.
So, I mean, it was worth it, I feel. So, I mean, that's life, right?
That is life.
You know, sometimes you don't want to do things, and then you do it, and you're like, oh, wait, that actually worked out fine. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Awesome. So you said you have shows coming up?
Yes, I do. I have a show March 9th. I have a show March 9th at New York Comedy Club. I have a show April 6th, Broadway Comedy Club. Both are at 5 p.m. You can go to laughingbuddhacomedy.com for the New York Comedy Club show, and you can go to the Broadway Comedy Club website for that show. And yeah.
And I'll be sure to link everything up just so it makes it a little bit easier.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah.
But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry, my hands are sweaty.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Sounds like New York.